Have you ever heard whispers of the Chupacabra? This elusive beast haunts the shadows, its leathery skin rumored to be as tough as armor. Glowing red eyes pierce the darkness, searching for prey. Razor-sharp claws and rows of needle-like teeth hint at its predatory nature. So today we'll capture its chilling presence by creating our version of the Chupacabra. For today's lesson, we'll need some plain white paper and a pencil. I'm going to start off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. So we want to begin by blocking out the basic shape and proportions and capturing the key facial features before we get into the details. So let's start with some guidelines. We're going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So we're going to start from the very top in the middle. And we just want to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Let's move to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we're going to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page to define the size of the head. So from that center point, let's move up, just mark off the top of our circle right about there. Now I want to measure this distance down towards the bottom from the center and do the same thing. So right here, just mark this off. And we'll repeat this across this horizontal line. So the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right. Now I want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we start with the top left. And this circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide. We can always go back and just smooth this out. Let's add a few more guidelines. We're going to add a line coming down the side of our circle. Start with the left, coming down, and then the right. And we'll add one more across the bottom of our circle, from left to right. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, we want to start blocking the facial features. Now I want to rotate the head down, so we're going to place the eyes along the bottom. So halfway along that center of our circle to the bottom, I'm just going to draw another line going across from left to right. Now halfway along the left side, I'm just going to mark this off, find the center point on the right. Now in the middle, we're going to draw a circle for the eye. I'm going to go all the way around and then back up, just touching the bottom edge of our circle. Let's connect the top of the eyes with a straight line going across. And I want to give our character a pig-like nose. So from the center, I'm just going to angle this down, across, underneath the eye, towards the left, and then the right. Let's go to the bottom corners of our guidelines, angle the mouth, coming down and then in towards the center, and then back up. Let's open up the mouth, starting from the left, angle this down, and then in. About there. I'm just going to curve the bottom of the mouth, going up the middle and then down. Let's connect the bottom corners of the mouth with a curve, coming down and up to the chin. Now we're going to go back to the center of the eye. We're going to draw a line going all the way up toward the top of the head. And we're just going to line the ears up along this line. Now from the top, it's going to angle the ears, going up and then out with a straight line. We want to give our character some large ears, so going all the way up toward the top. And then from the top of the ears, come straight down. And as we come down towards the center line, I'm just going to bend this down and then in towards the side of the head. Do the same thing on the right, coming straight down and then bending that in. Let's add a seam along the inside of the ear. For the tip, we're going to connect this point to the bottom with a straight line. Let's go back and add a little bit more shape to the cheeks. We'll start from the eye line, angle this down and out around the corner of the mouth, bend this down and then in towards the side. Now in behind the head, we're going to hunch the back. So starting on the left, bend this up and in towards the middle, and then bend that back down towards the right. Let's continue this curve underneath the ear, going down along the side of the shoulders. Now that we have a rough sketch in place, we can go back and erase some of these guidelines. Now with our clean drawing in place, we want to go back and add some more detail and refine the shapes. Now I'd like to start with the top of the eyes. So I'm going to bring the brow coming down and in. I'm going to add a fold going up and then out along the side. Now we're going to start to layer some detail across the top of the brow. So we're going to add a fold, go around the top of the eye, then come down the side. Set a wrinkle across the brow. Now let's go back to the eye. Add a point on the side. I'm just adding a little bit more shape. Let's bring this down in towards the nose. I'm just going to add a wrinkle on the top of the nose. So I want to give this character a little bit of a peg-shaped nose. And we'll add in the nostrils. Just going to bend this out towards the side. Seam across the center of the mouth. And at this stage, I like to add in my own details. So from the mouth, we're just going to split the mouth in half, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. Adding some wrinkles and more shape across the top of the mouth. Then we can add some fur across the cheeks. From the mouth, I'm just going to pull this out and then down towards the side, almost like whiskers. I'm going to add 2 large fangs on the inside, and we'll surround this with smaller fangs, coming in towards the middle, and then the outside. Now I'm going to add a little bit of saliva dripping down from the chin, on the side, and we'll add 2 large fangs pointing out on the bottom corners, some teeth going up the side. Edge of the brow coming up. I'm just going to blend this into the ears. I want to give a little bit of shape to that inside flap, so I'm going to bend this out and then up. And a fold on the top. Now, once we're happy with the general shape and proportions, we're going to go in and start adding some more contrast and details. And I like to start back at the eyes, and we're just going to layer on some more wrinkles and detail as we go. Now I want to go back to the eye and add some more detail. So we're going to place a highlight on the top left side with like a rectangle with a bit of a curve on the ends. And then in the center of the eye, we're going to draw a small circle in the center for the pupil. And we'll just darken that up, going around the highlight. And want to feather that out along the side. Let's add a glare going across, going up and then down in the center of the eyes. And we're going to go back, darken up the top, going around the highlight. And as we come down to the center, we're just going to blend that down. Just fade it out. Just add a light shade across the bottom. And leave a little bit of a highlight edge on the bottom edge of the iris. Now I'm going to add a little bit of a glare going up towards the pupils. Now we'll go back and just continue adding that fur across the cheeks. A little bit of fur across the jaw, coming down and towards the chin. Let's darken up the inside of the mouth, starting from the sides. And I want to gradually fade that towards the center of the mouth. I'm just going to darken up the top and then fade that down. Let's add those wrinkles inside the ear, starting from the inside and just fading them out. And I'm just going to add a little bit of fur across the shoulders and arms. I want to do one final cleanup before we add in our shading. Now for the shadow pass, I'm going to move to the side edge of my 2mm mechanical pencil. It's going to darken up the inside of the ears and then fade that out towards the light. You can also enhance those shadows and details, the texture inside the ear. And do the same thing on the right. I'm just going to lean the shadow over towards the right side. So the light source is coming from the top left, and the shadows will sit on the opposite side. And you want to darken up that shadow just underneath the head, across the shoulders and chest area, and we'll blend that out. Now going back and just adding some few fine details. So we're just going to add some hair going out across the back, some inside the ear. Now, as we get closer to the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's our original recreation of the Chupacabra. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.